Alright, I think I did like a sneak peek before I ripped open this package like a wild animal. But this is these Be Pure watercolor effect polishes from the Dollar Tree. And I don't know, I thought it would be cool to try them out. And according to the instructions, clean and prep nails, paint nails with a white or light base coat of your choice, let dry. Use a water effect top coat and place dots and strokes randomly over your nail and let dry. Repeat step 3 is needed, layering the color to get the desired effect. Finish with a top coat of your choice. So, like, I got all the colors, but right now I'm playing with the purple one. I have a feeling there are more colors because there has to be blue too, right? Anyway, I figured let's try this out on camera and see how it goes. Worst case scenario, I think this purple one would make for a good canceling out like the yellow on your nail when it gets stained. Not sure about what I'm going to do with those if they don't work, but I'll figure out something. Because see, like, I thought with this one would be fun for Halloween. Because you could make like a bloody effect on your nails, the red one. But before I do that, I thought I'd try out this purple one. I did paint my toe with it. And all it is like a jelly base. It's like a clear, I don't know. But it says to dot it on. So let's just dot it on. And this is like strokes to get like the desired effect. Yeah. Oh, I would also like to point out I'm a righty. Okay. Yeah, this is my right hand. And I am right-handed. That is my dominant hand. But you see me constantly trying to do like these more impressive nail designs that sometimes come out wonky because I purposely paint my vintage hand every week with my dominant hand so that I'm forced to do my daily swatches with my non-dominant hand. And I'm doing that to force myself to become ambidextrous. And I just kind of find it funny. All the nasty comments people can leave about your nail looks without even really knowing how you did them to begin with. That's actually kind of cool. I'm just wondering what would happen if I painted this on just regularly, like a regular top coat, and not just splotched it on. Okay, so you can use it that way too. And see, now I have like a lavender color nail. I'm just wondering how this might look if I added the other colors to it and not just this purple. I think it might look cool adding the green. Of course, I wanted to play with these on camera. I still didn't record my little swatch, sneak peek video for this one. what the heck, let's just open it. We can do the sneak peek without the packaging. Who cares, right? You'll forgive me. But I wonder how oh, there I go messing it up. See, that's another thing. I'm not a professional. Okay, I started doing this to show my vintage nail polishes because I've been really depressed and kind of wanting to go back in time, but can't. Do I have like, something to like break through this so I don't break a nail? Oh yeah, there we go. Dotting tool, perfect. So, I'm not a professional. I don't think I'd ever become like what people would consider professional. I don't know. Like, I'm not even doing this to become like one of those nails of TikTok people. Like, I get that that's a job and people do that, but I'm just doing this for fun and to talk to like people that have common interests and that are in a similar age bracket going through like similar things. Just to make myself feel less alone, I guess. Because I'm a bit of an introvert. So I don't get out much. And actually that looks kind of really cool. That looks really cool, actually, with the two colors. Okay, I'm going to twist the caps back on because I'm notorious for just knocking crap over. Like, I will knock it over. That's why I have paper towels everywhere. Because I'll knock it over. I'm a klutz. And like, I don't get it. Because like, I'm not even that big on these social media things. Like, and like, I'm getting so many like weird negative comments. Not so many. Okay, maybe I'm being a bit of a drama queen. But I feel like I'm getting more than what is normal. Oh, that looks really cool. How funky does that look? Oh my goodness, that's so funky. I like that. Oops, and then there I went and messed up the little edge. Of course I did. Can I fix that by like kind of like doing this kind of a thing? Yeah, and then we can just do that. And that fixes it. Yay! So you can, I think I'm going to pick up another one of these purples just to have as a yellow canceling polish to put over my nail before I do like a sheer polish to cancel out the yellow. I think this one would work really great for that because it does go on not very patchy if you paint it on like a regular polish. But I am gonna try and do this like water marbling kind of effect. See, this design is slightly easier to do with my left hand because there's no rhyme or reason to it. And like there's gonna be another video that I've pre-recorded because I've been pre-recording a lot of videos since my dad's in the hospital with a broken hip, so that I have content to kind of like just put out when on days that I can't do any, like on days that I'm not able to paint my nails. And I've been, you know, it's been rough with that. I've been really depressed. That's kind of really depressed me. And he's starting to get, like, antsy and turning into cranky pants at the hospital, too, so the staff doesn't even want to deal with him. Oh, that's so neat looking. The purple and the green are really pretty. I like them. Why don't we just do the whole hand on camera? I think I want to invest in, like, one of those tripod things and experiment with, like, this talking to myself. Or I'm not really talking to myself. I am talking to people that are watching me talk to myself. It's kind of a strange concept if you really think about it. But I don't know. There's been something kind of therapeutic in the playing with my old nail polish. And then, you know, I didn't want to constantly be using an old nail polish. So I'm doing like the weekly vintage manicures. And then I'm filling in the rest of the days with stuff from Dollar Tree, like these polishes. Because I figured, why not? They're cheap enough, right? Like, you can't be mad at them. And I've always been like a bargain hunter kind of a person. I did like skincare for a while. And makeup and things like that, because I like that stuff too. But I've noticed that after doing the nails, you don't get as many creepers. Like, when you're doing skincare, like, wanting to find, like, people with common interests with regard to, like, makeup and skincare, you mostly get weird creeps trying to get in your pants. And, like, that was not fun. That was actually very disheartening for me. But I don't know, I was going through something major and feeling super, I don't know how I can't really describe it. All I can describe it as is a midlife crisis. That's the best description I have of how I was, like, what I'm going through. And I was like, I'm living at home after a divorce with my parents. And I was like, let me go through my stash of high school nail polish that's under my bed. I'm living like a little teenager. I might as well start behaving like one. Or, you know, maybe relive some better, happier times through nail polish. And oddly enough, it kind of helps. So that's what I started, like, uploading these things, these videos, right? And something awesome also happened because I started talking to people that liked the same kind of stuff, that liked nail polish. I never got to do that with the makeup or the skincare. Like, I never, like, it's not the same kind of a community. Or rather, maybe it is, but it reaches more, I don't know, odd people looking for odd things because your face is involved in it. Whereas with the nails, you don't even have to show your face on camera, and then you don't have creepers contacting you. You actually have people that like nail polish. And there's all kinds of different people that like it. Like, there's guys on here that like it. There's girls on here that like it. So, like, it's a mix of different people. And, like, you occasionally get the weirdo that is all like, oh, you could have done that better. Or some creep trying to, like, be like, are you a sugar baby? I was like, dude, I'm more of a MILF than a sugar baby, okay? But I don't have kids, so I don't really, you know, I'm not really wouldn't qualify for that title, but I'm closer to MILF than Sugar Baby, okay, dude? And that there's other websites for that. This TikTok's not one of them. I don't know. I found that really amusing, and I can be like really sarcastic too. So it's kind of fun to like write back funny things. I kind of get amused by that. Oh, dude, that's so cool looking. Only thing about these guys, though, that I'm noticing is they seem to be wanting to take forever to dry. So you can do like this splotchy, marbled kind of a look with just the one color, but I highly recommend getting two to play with. I think it would be a lot more fun. I don't know how the red and the green will go together. I think that might come out a bit muddy, actually. But you know what? Maybe I'll play with them. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to do this talking to myself on camera. If I'm honest, I kind of feel like a dumbass doing it. Like, who's gonna want to listen to me? You know what I mean? I'm not really all that special. There are like a million people more talented than I am. So like, I don't know. But the few of you guys that are around have been really awesome. So thank you. You've like really helped me kind of get out of my funk and to start being creative, because I was a fine arts major at one point. I wanted to be an animator for Walt Disney when I was younger, but then computer graphics took over animation, and we don't have real cartoons anymore. Like, if I'm going to be an animator, I want to be one of those old school animators that did real cartoons, not the ones that sit on the computers. I wanted to do, like, those cells and, like, do actual, like, real animation, not the stuff that's on the computers. Not that that's a bad thing, or that I'm trying to knock those people that do that kind of thing, but that once, like, technology took over the world, it kind of took away my passions. Unfortunately. Because, like, my passion is doing things the old school way. Alright. So, what do you think? Alright, and I know the cuticles are messy. I haven't cleaned them up. I usually like to wait for the polish to completely dry before I even mess with my cuticles. And what I'll do is I'll use one of those cuticle pens from the Dollar Tree, and I'll clean up the excess polish, and then I'll rub in some cuticle oil. But I like to wait till this is dry. And I also like to wait till this is dry a little bit before I add the top coat, or else it ends up like a mess like I did with those bats. Because I've been experimenting with doing like custom decals on plastic bags, you know, on like Ziploc bags, because it's easier to do them with my right hand than it is with my left hand, and then just plop them onto my right hand with my left hand. The only thing that I've run into with that is that they are prone to air bubbles, but that might be because I have a crappy base coat. So I do have an upcoming swatch where I did like this autumn leaf kind of a design, and based on what happens when I do upload something sloppy, I'm probably gonna get criticized for it. And the thing is like, I'm okay with constructive criticism where they're like, oh, try this product, it might help you with, you know, preventing top coat from getting on your cuticles, or maybe you could try doing this so that this doesn't happen. But when you just go in and just eviscerate someone and you're like, that is so sloppy, blah, 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 blah. I'm not down for that. Like, no, and I'm gonna call you an asshole. I have no qualms doing that either. Like, I'm not. You see, that's the one thing that I've learned in the 40 years that I've been blessed to be on this planet is that there are only two types of people, right? Like, we try to categorize people into more than that based on different things, like, I don't know, culture and religion and things like that. But no, there are only two kinds of people on this planet: assholes and non-assholes. Try not to be an asshole. That's my whole motto. But anyway, I think this is by far the longest video I've done. But yeah, hope you guys like it. See you later. Okay, bye.